You're controlling the weight on the way back when you're stretching your pecs. Hold for a second, and then contract forcefully back to the top. Hey man, Gary Walker here, and welcome back for another video. All right, this video is for you guys trying to build a bigger chest, all right? I'm gonna give you a gym chest workout for all you guys over 40. All right, so here's the thing about being more specific when you're 40 compared to being in your 20s and 30s. Typically when you're in the gym, you really wanna add a lot of volume to your chest when you're in your 20s and 30s. You still want some volume when you're 40, 50s, and 60s. However, you need to cut that down significantly, all right? So for instance, the volume when you're younger, if you're trying to grow your chest, we're talking 16 to 20 sets per big body part. So when you're working your chest, you wanna hit it 16 to 20 sets. All right, now that we're older, I want you to shoot for about 12 sets. 12 sets is sufficient. That's gonna allow you to get adequate recovery as well, because at the end of the day, you don't have your testosterone levels maxed out like you used to. Your recoverability is a lot less than it used to be. So you wanna do things necessary to maximize your results in the gym. All right, I love working chest in the gym. You can do it at home also, but this video is all about you guys that still like going to the gym and you have access to a lot more equipment. All right, so with that said, the very first exercise we're gonna do, it's gonna be a bench press variety, but I actually like a plate loaded bench press. And if your gym has, most gyms have hammer strength equipment like that, plate loaded, meaning you slide plates on it, you're in a fixed position. All right, but if you have access to one that converges in the middle, that's the one I'm gonna recommend. Some machines actually keep you in a fixed position to where you start here, in there. All right, you've got this one pattern here, movement pattern. Converging means you're going from here to the midline, back out to the midline. That's more of a natural movement path. All right, so you're gonna get really good results when you can use a converging chest press like this. All right, couple things I'm gonna point out here. I'll show you what this needs to look like. Most of these machines are gonna allow you to work everything, all sides unilaterally, meaning one side at a time. For instance, if you just wanted to hit your right side, you can go right, hit all your reps with that one, then you can go left, all right? I still do all of mine both at the same time, but the difference with the unilateral movement is you're going to be able to hit each side the same, all right? Whereas if you're doing one of those machines, the selectorized machine, and you can push the handles up and both sides move, well, a stronger side will always compensate for the weaker side. All right, so this is gonna allow you to work each side individually, but also equally. That's the big benefit of doing this type of movement. Also, let me show you the setup here. I'll do a couple reps for you. Basically, when you're working your chest, to get your shoulders in a safe position, you actually want to retract those shoulder blades, all right, in the back. Retract them and then depress, all right? So you wanna basically squeeze your shoulder blades together and then lower them into the bench. All right, so that's the very first thing I like to do. So we'll get straight up from this position. I'm retracting my shoulders and then I'm bringing them down towards my hips. And then I'm gonna keep them in this position to keep my shoulders safe. Now it's all about the chest, all right? So you'll see the converging. I'm actually going out. Focus on stretching your chest here. Squeeze your chest at the top, just like that. That's the cadence I want you to use. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Explode back up. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Explode back up. That's a perfect cadence to keep tension on your pecs. All right, so this is my first exercise in the selection. A lot of plate loaded equipment, you're gonna see you're in a seated position, not a lying position. That's perfectly fine. It's still gonna allow you to work your chest, all right? So that's gonna be the first exercise we go with. The next I'm gonna show you, I love cables. All right, cables keep constant tension on the chest throughout the entire movement. It also allows you to get a maximum stretch in the pecs. All right, so when it comes to the cable flies, there's different variations, meaning You can set the cables up high, and when you go high to low, that tends to place more emphasis on the lower pecs. All right, for this, I like these to be about shoulder height. Shoulder height, we're really gonna just open up the chest and really focus on that squeeze. All right, so here, I like to step out to feel that stretch right there in my pecs. Chest up, shoulders back, right across the body, just like that. Again, control the movement. You'll see a lot of people bring it back real fast like that. I really want you to control the squeeze in 1001, 1002, 1003, squeeze. 1001, 1002, 1003, squeeze. So you're controlling the eccentric, meaning you're controlling the weight on the way back when you're stretching your pecs. Hold for a second, and then contract forcefully back to the top. All right, so that's gonna be the second exercise. All right, so at the end of these 4 exercises I'm gonna give you, I'll explain how to add this into a workout as far as sets and rest periods and all that. But third exercise we're gonna do, we're gonna come over here and do my favorite exercise for targeting the upper chest. That's an incline Smith machine press, all right? You can do inclines with dumbbells. You've got access to a lot of different types of machines that you can use at your gym as well. So you can also do a plate loaded. However, if you have a Smith machine, I really love doing the incline press on this. All right, so at the end of the day, what you're able to do with this compared to a regular barbell or anything like that, when you have a standard barbell, you're doing a press, you're gonna be able to place a lot of work on your chest, but also your stabilizers are really working. Typically, if you're an athlete or anything like that, you'll hear people say you really want to do all the stabilization work. So you want a lot of barbell movements over machines. However, when your goal is building a specific body part, like if you really want to grow your chest, you really need to make sure you're placing all of the emphasis on your chest, and don't concern yourself with the stabilizer muscles. Your stabilizer muscles are still going to get worked when you're doing all of your other compound movements, all right? So for this exercise, we really want to focus on activating only the pecs, all right? Right over your upper chest, bring those elbows in forward, face them forward slightly. Nice big stretch on the way down, straight back up. Again, controlling the weight down, straight back up. Show you one more here. Control, really stretch the chest, press back to the top. All right, so that's really gonna hammer the upper pecs. All right, so again, one of the things I'm doing with all the exercises I'm choosing is adding a variety of angles. So we're doing a lot of flat, straight horizontal work with the bench press and with the flies. Now we're doing more of an upward press, which is gonna hit the upper pecs, and now we're gonna target the lower with one of my favorite movements is a dip, parallel bar dips. All right, parallel bar dips are one of my favorite exercises for really shaping those lower pecs. When it comes to this exercise, you can do body weight for a little bit higher reps, all right? If you get really good at this movement and you're doing more than 12 to 15 repetitions, then that's when you wanna add some weight. All right, but you'll notice what I did with this workout, I've added it last. So we did all the other exercises. That's gonna pre-exhaust your chest so that more than likely you're gonna just be able to do your body weight with this exercise. All right, so let me show you how the setup is here. A little wider. We wanna make sure our elbows are actually tucked in slightly. Lean forward, straight down. Good stretch in the chest, right back up. Show you a couple more. All right, so the key points here, again, elbows were slightly in, they weren't flared out too much. Also, I'm leaning forward to take some of the stress off of my shoulder joints. If you're doing this and you're completely upright, it's gonna put a lot of stress on your shoulders. Not only that, but when you're completely upright and your elbows are completely tucked, that's turning this into more of a tricep exercise and less pecs. All right, so to change the emphasis, all you have to do is lean forward slightly. Again, you want your elbows tucked, but not necessarily brushing alongside your body. Slightly out is okay. You just don't want that huge elbow flare. All right, so this is exercise number 4. of this. So if you do all of these exercises, basically like I told you, you want to cut down on the volume, so 3 sets of each. That's 12 total sets. 3 sets of all of these. Take about a 3 or 4 set warm up initially before you get started. Blood flow warm up, 10 minutes on the treadmill or bike, something like that. Then do 2 or 3 lighter acclimation sets just to get used to that movement pattern, allow your body to prepare for the heavier weight. All right, so that's how you want to structure this. You can do this once or twice, as long as you have about a 3-day rest period in between. Doing these consistently is going to start packing on size to your chest. Well, I hope you like this workout. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Other than that, man, that's all that I got. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.